Hey fellow tennis nerds, I hope all is well. Yesterday I received a racket parcel and some strings from a company called Toalson, made in Japan. It's a company that's been around for quite a while, but I don't really know a lot about them. I did know about their kind of sweet area rackets, the kind of training your sweet spot tool, similar to the wooden spoon from functional tennis and so on. I've been eyeing that before, and now I got the chance to review it. So I'm going to review that one, the 320 gram training tool, which I'm really curious about. I like these tools quite a bit. I think they do work to kind of warm up and get your contact point. We also got two rackets from them, 197 square inch and 198 square inch, and a bunch of different strings. And I'm really keen now to try them. I'm stringing them up and taking them out in the weekend. Starting with one, I think I'm going to start with the 98 square inch racket that I got. And Toalson is a brand of Toa Strings Co. Limited. They say they have 60 years experience in manufacturing, sales and marketing, according to their website. And like I said, they're made in Japan, not China. So it feels timely now with the Peng Shui situation that's developing and other things. So the parcel contained 3 different rackets. One of them being the sweet area and one being the 40 Love XX. It's an interesting name. 27 inch racket, 98 square inch length, average 305 grams. They are open with that is the average, and a 31.5 centimeter balance. 1620 pattern. So this one is interesting. Very, very similar in specs to Diadem Elevate. So I'm keen to see how they compare. This kind of spec is also very reminiscent of the Pure Arrow VS, another frame I really like. So what does this racket contribute in terms of technology and other things? It does feel super premium quality. Maybe that's a made in Japan thing. So I do really hope that it can exceed expectations. I'm gonna put it on the 3-in-1 machine here in the video, so you can have a look at the actual specs with unstrung before I string them. I'm also getting a Toalson S-Match Pro 97-310. Sometimes these names make my head spin. Length 27 inches, 97 square inch head size, which is interesting. And 310 grams, 31.5 centimeter balance, 1619 pattern. So more like a Pro Staff 97 in specs, and or a V-Core Pro 97 from Yonex. So this one also very curious about. It looks a bit more like a Pure Arrow style beam here, so maybe it's a bit more spin friendly. I don't know until I try it, but that's what I can say from the beam profile. If we're looking at the Toalson Sweet Area training racket, it's made of graphite and something I really like, which is glass fiber or fiberglass, the way you want to put it. It creates a kind of a softer feel usually. Not the most durable material, but this racket is not supposed to be played in matches. It's supposed to be warmed up, trained with, so it's a different story. Head size 60 square inches, so something quite different, and a 320 gram weight, 20 millimeter beam. So the specs sound pretty interesting there, and I'm very happy to take that one out because I wanted to buy that before. I'm also testing their poly strings, like Aster and Pro Focus. I got some comments on my Instagram post which were very positive about Pro Focus, especially. They also sent some multi-filament sets like Mugen and T8. Their naming is interesting for sure, as I said. And people seem quite positive. Sometimes when I post a new brand on Instagram, the comments are, what crap is this? Or who are they trying to fool, and blah, blah, blah. This one, it's been around a while. It's nothing super new. So people seem a bit more interested and a bit more positive in general. Some people there in the comments had very positive comments about Toalson products. So I'm definitely very keen to try them. Never tried one before, so going in completely blank, no preconception. Is it at the magic made in Japan or something else? You know, time and testing will tell. So now let's have a look at all these rackets and the specs. All right, so you can see my slippers here is getting cold inside in Malta. Here on my table we have 3 Toalson rackets. The first one with this beam here, kind of Pure Arrow style beam, quite interesting. Made in Japan, they're quite proud of that. They probably should be in terms of quality control. It's the S-Mach Pro or S-Make or whatever you want to pronounce that, Mach perhaps. Hex torque frame, beam width of 24 to 21 millimeter, average weight is 310 grams and 31.5 centimeters or 315 millimeter. Nothing on the back there. And yeah, cool looking frame. Really keen to try it out. Let's unwrap this now and put it on the 3-in-1 machine that's behind me here. And but first we're gonna check the other ones. As you can see, I have a steady pile of rackets there. I need to restring and test. 40 Love XX, that's an interesting frame. This one has a more of a traditional beam, a little bit like an H22, 98 square inches, has 1620 pattern, which is very interesting. It's a pattern I like. Feels nice and solid, a little bit glossier paint. The other one matte, at least in the bottom here it looks matte. Very, very nice design. Very keen to try. So those two Toalsons I'm very curious about, obviously. We also have the Sweet area racket here. Quite clean text there saying that. 60 square inches, quite an interesting profile here. This one I'm really keen to try and get going with. So here's the head 3-in-1 machine in my storage room. We can put it on the scale to start with. 302.1 gram, that's pretty much decent quality control, a few grams. I've seen everything at this point in my tennis life, so I'm not so surprised to see a few grams difference. Balance should be 31.5 centimeters. It's going to be harder for you to see this, but I'm thinking it's probably somewhere around there. The balance is a little bit lower than intended. I think this will probably have a pretty low swing weight, is my guess, because it's like when you're seeing the weight slightly lower and you're seeing the balance more headlight, maybe this was 31 centimeters, it's going to be a little bit lower overall. We'll see here. Oh wow, yeah, that's a low swing weight. This one will need some beefing up. I usually do this 3 times to make sure the machine is calibrated regularly, so I don't really need to worry so much, or you don't need to worry. Do you see? It's 278.5, and let's do it again. Yeah, 279. This is pretty standard. So 1.5 is something I can live with in swing weight. Yeah, so this swing weight is very low. Think about increasing it around 30 points with strings. So we're talking 310 swing weight, which is a bit low. So definitely going to need to beef this up, is my feeling. All right, time for the next one. This one, by the way, was the 40 Love. So this has a 279-ish swing weight unstrung, meaning around 310 with strings. We go to the SMAC 310 grams. Is it 310? Moment of truth. It's a little bit more. It's 313. I don't mind that personally, but for some people this might be annoying. So they're pretty much 3 grams. One is under spec and the one is over spec by 3.5 grams approx. All right, so balance should also be the same, 315. Why did I hit this thing? I don't even know. It starts shifting around. It's pretty much on balance. It's hard to see for you guys, but yeah, this one is more on balance, 31.5 centimeters or 315 millimeters. Let's lock it in the swing weight. Okay, let's see if the other one was 322. The other one was 279. Will this one be more on when it comes to the specs? 292. Yeah, this is better. This is more like it. This is actually a very good swing weight for me personally. It's like around 322. So that's gonna be close to perfect. Might need a little bit of smidge of weight, or you just go for a bit of a thicker string or whatever, but this is pretty perfect. I usually want them around 330, so for me this is gonna be good. Yeah, so the SMAC is a little bit more on my spec with its weight range, but yeah, everything can be customized. You just need to use a roll of lead tape. It's not the worst. I actually have one here. Looks like this. This is how I buy them, and then I just apply. Pretty easy stuff. Okay, time to check the sweet area. So the sweet area is strung already. Looks like this, ready to go. 326.1. It's supposed to be 320. Is it unstrung or strung? Probably probably strong. So yeah, this is 6 gram overweight, but it doesn't matter. It's pretty good. For a training racket, it's not as important. I think mainly here we need to look at the swing weight. $314, yeah, that's pretty healthy for a training racket. I think that's fine. Could be more, of course, but this is to get the sweet spot lined in. And yeah, I could potentially add some weight to this one. But yeah, it's pretty good. So the Toalson sweet area, 314 swing weight. So to summarize these 3 frames, they are not super spot on, but not too bad either. I mean, it's pretty decent actually. Nothing I could complain a lot about. I do feel like the 40 Love might have some issues with stability due to the swing weight being so low, but the other one was spot on. So yeah, keen to see. And if you're curious about this pile over here, we'll get to that at some other point. All right, that's it for now. Ciao. I'll take them out tomorrow and Sunday. If you follow me on Patreon, you will get the first impressions there from how these rackets play. I always post first there. And you also get some other stuff. So patreon.com/tennisnerd. Please also check out my affiliates in the description below. Top Court, Tennis Warehouse, Swing Vision, and so on. And most of all, I would like you to subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow. It helps me be inspired to make more content. That's about it for this one. Happy Friday, everyone. Have a nice weekend. And don't forget to play some tennis.